Welcome back. I want to talk about stoicism, right? Must be emotionless as men. You must not show any emotion, show any sign that you're weak, right? That's basically emotion is, right? That's when you can't control your emotion. That's a sign of weakness in my book. That's what I think. Some other guys might think differently, but in my understanding, right, what I think in my opinion, show sign of emotion is a sign of weakness. Alright? When you go play poker, right? When you go play poker, most guys don't show emotion because you're giving up your hand, basically. When you play poker, do you see guys when they get a good hand, they get all bajiggity and stuff, all happy? Yeah, you just expose yourself, basically. You show your emotion, you expose yourself and expose your weakness. I want to tell guys, show no emotion, meaning no sadness, no happiness, right? No rage, no anger. Just be just like a brick wall, right? If you're like a brick wall, they can't analyze you, they can't study you, they can't predict your weakness. That's what it is. People look at body language, right? There are people out there who observe body language and that expose their behavior. You're supposed to not show any flinching. You're flinching basically, right? Flinching is a sign of weakness. When you show your emotion, it's a sign of weakness. You're flinching. Just be stoic, like a brick wall. They can't read you. They want to read you, right? Your enemy needs to read you in order to identify what they are dealing with, to identify their weakness, right? To understand a person flaws, to understand a person strong suit and weaknesses. That's what it is. So do no emotion. Be emotionless. When you get in a battle, right? When you get in a fight, a boxing match, a tournament, an MMA fight, you're supposed to stand there and not show no emotion. When you're in a face-off, right? You don't grin, smiling, right? That's a sign of insecurity. Basically, that's what it is. Emotion also display your sign of insecurity as well. If a person know how to read that. So don't be so expressive so much. As men, we're not supposed to be that expressive. Look at Spartan, right? When they fight their enemy, they just stoic. They're not scared. They're not fearful. Right? Don't be afraid. Your emotion determine what kind of emotion it is, right? Depending what kind of emotion it is, you can either be weak or strong. Right? Unfortunately, there are a lot of men that display a lot of weak emotions. Crying, that's one emotion you need to get rid of. Bury that hatchet. Bury that emotion deep inside. Crying. Don't expose that you're angry all the time, right? If people call you out, you don't need to believe them. They can say all the stuff you want. Don't be affected by their words. They try to push you to the edge, exposing you by your emotions. When you read something, when people call you out, don't show no reactions, right? Because are weak. Emotion. If a person can't handle their emotion, right? If they can't handle their emotion, they're a frail person. They're easily influences if they can't handle their emotions, right? That's what it is. When you can't handle your emotions, you're easily influences because that means people could use a sympathetic argument to persuade your opinion, persuade your thoughts, manipulate you, right? Gaslight you if you expose your emotions, right? They could control you if you expose your emotions. You're supposed to stay there, stand still, be stoic, not flinch, right? Whatever anybody say to you, right? Whatever in a debate or confrontations, if you ever get to that situations, don't be scared. Don't show your emotions. Stand guard, hold masculine frame, right? Men are not supposed to be so emotional, weak like that. Right? You're basically a simp, a beta. Do you want to be called as that? You need to control that. A lot of men out there don't know how to control their emotions. Don't be bothered what people say. If it don't apply, let it fly. Right? If they don't say it directly to you, right? If they say thing in a general sense, right, in a general sense, and it's not geared directly to you, why are you being bothered? It's not towards you. And if it is towards you, just stay strong, hold masculine frame. Just be quiet and just don't do anything. Because that moment of emotion, it could be rage, that could get you into serious trouble, right? Rage could get you into serious trouble. Love could get you into serious trouble. Jealousy could get you into serious trouble. Envy get you into some serious trouble. Sadness put you in weak positions. Crying, right? No, nobody wants to see a man cry. You know how ugly that is, right? Nobody wants to see a man's cry. That's awkward. You don't want to go to your homeboys and start crying with your homeboys? No, I don't want to see none of my friends cry. All right? There's a time and place for that. And not only that, if you cry, it's not right for you to overly express that, man. That's so weak. I don't want to get so personal, but at my dad's funeral, I did not even cry. It's sad. I understand that. Yes, it's sad. It's okay to be sad, but don't overly indulge yourself in these emotions. I was sad, right? But I didn't cry because this is a part of life. I wish him the best. Rest in peace, right? But I did not cry. I hold masculine frame because at the end of the day, I'm only exposing myself. People think they're psychiatrists. Everybody thinks they're psychiatrists. That's why they try to learn your weaknesses. Try to overanalyze you. Right? You're exposing yourself when you're so emotionally weak. Hold it in. There's a time and place to express it. Like at a shooting range, right? At a shooting range, you express it. Or at the gym, you lift weights, you express it. You get that anger out. At a boxing practice, right? Hitting the bag, you express that. There's other way to expressing your emotions, right? You don't want to express it so in a violent way that you're on the 6 o'clock news. No, that's the worst way to express it. You're exposing yourself. Express it when nobody sees you doing it, right? Express it in a private moment of your own time. That's how you express your emotions. I'm not telling you to hold it in indefinitely, but there's a time and place to hold your emotions. Right? You could cry, but don't get overboard with it. Right? In privacy, do it in private. Do it with people that you trust. But don't do it in the public where people seeing you. Right? Don't be angry in public where you're exposing yourself, exposing the weakness, where people could exploit your weakness. They could exploit your emotions. Don't do that. That's a big no-no. Right? And there's a lot of men out there who isn't raised by a father who teach them how to express their emotion properly, who did not teach them how to handle their emotions. They have to learn it the hard way. They're in jail, right? Or 6 feet under. This is why I'm telling guys, you gotta learn how to express your emotion in a effective way, in an efficient way. You can't just be crying like that. These beta male simps out there, they're emotionally weak. These alphabet groups, right? They're emotionally weak. They get offended by everything you say, everything you post, right? Free speech is offensive, right? Because of these emotionally weak people, our rights is being taken away. Because of these emotionally weak people, they going on these shooting sprees and stuff. They're emotionally weak, right? They're being heavily leveraged by their emotions. All right, these type of weak men out there, we don't need them. They can't handle their emotions, right? They express their emotion in the most violent way. Not if it's not violent, in the most repressive way ever. That's what emotion will do to people, right? I just want men to do better and learn how to control their emotions, because there's a lot of fatherless men out there who never had the proper upbringing, who never have a father. Tell them how to fight. Tell them how to deal with stuff. Right? They never have a proper role model, a strong figure to look up to, right? So, on that note, guys, be strong to your emotions, right? Learn how to handle it, right? It's all about know how to handle your emotion, be emotionless, be stoic, right? Because that's just a sign of weakness, overly expressing your emotion. On that note, guys, right? Let me know if you have something to say. If I missed anything, leave your comment below because we can all learn from each other. On that note, guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.